Hey guys, and welcome back to Creative Cakery. Before we start today's video, I have a quick announcement to make. So we're changing our name from Creative Cakery to Cooking and Caking, so we can kind of do both baking and cooking and kind of regulate them somehow. Yeah, so today I'm going to be making a yummy barbecue chicken, like the one you can do with your oven at home. Anyone can make it. So let's get right into baking. So I have here with me 1 teaspoon of 6 different spices, so I'm just going to mix all of them together. Okay, so the paprika, salt. So for the salt, I mixed half a teaspoon of regular salt and half a teaspoon of sea salt, but you can just use all regular or sea salts. Onion, well, I actually don't have onion powder right now, so I just used a regular onion. Black pepper, Cajun seasoning. This is completely optional, you don't have to use this. And garlic. I also don't have garlic powder right now, so I used a regular garlic. So I'm just going to mix everything together until like it's combined well. So if you want, you can add a bit of white pepper, like maybe half a teaspoon, just to make it a bit, you know. So now I have added my white pepper and I'm just going to stir it. Yeah, so that is for the spice. So I've got my chicken here. I'm actually using chicken wings, but you can use any part of chicken you have. So I'm just going to take 2 teaspoons of these spices and just kind of keep them away for the time being. So the rest of the spices are going to go into the chicken. I am going to just mix it. You can use your hand for this. I'm going to use my hand, or you can just like wear a pair of gloves, use your hand, or mix it with a spoon. Make sure that each part of the chicken gets some spice so that it doesn't taste kind of raw. If you feel you want more spices on the chicken right now, you can add like half a tablespoon of what you kept aside. Or like if you feel it's okay, you can just go on mixing. Oh, and just so you know, I washed this chicken previously because I figured it might take time if I try to wash it while recording. So yeah, don't forget to wash your own chicken. So I've got my baking tray now, so I'm just going to place the chicken on it one after the other. You can actually line yours with aluminum foil if you want, but like it's not that necessary, but if you feel like it, sure. Okay, nearly done. So the chicken don't have to be like really spaced out like that, or like you can do it in 2 batches if you feel like you have a lot of chicken and you really need like a lot of space for it. But yeah, two more. One more. And done. So I'm just going to take my chicken to the oven right now. So I originally preheated the oven to 125 degrees Celsius, and I put it on like the baking temperature. So I'm just going to pop my chicken in. Okay, So I'm going to set the timer to 20 minutes, and after 20 minutes I am going to bring the chicken out, remove the meat stalk, and flip the chicken over so the other side can cook well. So while the chicken is in the oven, I am going to make the barbecue sauce. So first I need a full cup of ketchup. So I'm just going to pour that into the pot. A tablespoon of dark soy sauce. But like, if you don't have dark soy sauce, you can just use a regular soy sauce. I'm also going to add half a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, a quarter cup of honey. You can actually use brown sugar for this part as well if you don't have honey. And the last ingredient is the remaining chicken spices. So I'm just going to pour that in and then put on the fire. So I'm just going to let it cook, and I'm going to be stirring it as it's cooking so it doesn't, like, you know. There we go. So don't put the fire too high so it doesn't like burn your food. So kind of put it low so the food cooks slowly. When it starts to bubble, you know that your sauce is ready. If you want your sauce saltier, you can add a teaspoon rather of salt to your sauce, and if you want it like spicier, you can add a teaspoon of white pepper. So my sauce has started to bubble. Now I know that it's ready. I'm just going to leave it for like 1 more minute to sizzle a bit. So I'll just put the lid on the pot. Okay, so our chicken will be ready for flipping in about 5 minutes. So let's just wait and see. 1 minute is up, so I'm going to take the lid off the pot and switch up the fire. So I'll just stir it a bit and then let it cool for a while before I use it later. So that is the barbecue sauce. So now I'm just going to flip all the pieces of chicken over to let the other sides cook. So I'm taking them back to the oven for another 20 minutes now. But I'm going to increase the heat just a little bit. Yeah. So now I'm going to set the timer for 20 minutes. Yes, and I'm increasing the heat to 150 degrees Celsius. So let's just wait for 20 minutes rather for the chicken to finish cooking. Okay, so the chicken has less than 5 minutes more. So what I usually do is I kind of put it on grill. I don't know if this is grill or roast, but it's most likely grill, so that it kind of cooks a bit more. But this is completely optional. Like, if your oven doesn't have these settings, it's completely fine. It's not necessary, but that's what I do. So now we're just going to wait for the remaining 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, so the time is up now, and I'm just going to switch off the oven and take out the chicken. So this is how the chicken turned out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pour some of this sauce over this chicken, then like put it in the oven for like 5 minutes just to cook a bit. You can pour as much or as little of the sauce as you want on the chicken, and you can actually decide to leave some for dipping, which is exactly what I'm doing. So I'm just going to kind of pour the sauce all over the chicken. There are different ways you can do it. You can put the sauce on the chicken with a spoon or a cutlery gradually, or you can just go and pour the whole sauce all around like that. So I'm going to kind of mix both because I want enough sauce on each chicken. So yeah, you may want to make sure sauce gets to the back of each chicken as well, but that's completely up to you. So I'm just going to put the chicken back in the oven for another 5 minutes on grill at 150 degrees Celsius. So the chicken's in the oven now, and we're just going to wait for 5 minutes until it's ready, and then I'm going to show you how it turns out. Okay, 5 minutes is over, and I'm just going to take the chicken out of the oven. So this is how it turns out. So now let's see how good it actually tastes. So I'm just going to pour a bit more sauce on it. I'm sure it's going to be hot because like it's just coming out of the oven. But let's see anyway. Hang on. Let's pray it's not too hot. This is so yummy, honestly. Want some? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so thanks for watching that awesome barbecue chicken tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it, and make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below what you wanted to do next and what you thought about this video. Don't forget to try this at home yourself because it totally tastes awesome. See ya! Bye!